Hey everyone, it's Jason from GameRave.com, and this is Present Tense. So it is Monday night, about 10 p.m., and this week is going to be absolutely nuts, amongst other crazy things happening at work and life, and me having a job interview this week. I wanted to talk about... I should not be winded. So this episode of Present Tense, let's talk top 5 lists. As I mentioned before, you guys gave me a whole bunch of cool options and so forth, and in starting to do the research for one of them, I kind of hit a weird, deep emotional attachment to it, and in trying to see what other people were doing to make sure I was on the right path, discovered that I am on my own path, apparently, when it comes to this particular subject, and while I really don't want to rant, even though I was complimented at having how I can rant, I need to rant. And I need to rant fucking hard, okay? The subject in question is hidden gems for a system. If you go to YouTube and you type in PlayStation hidden gems, about 53,000 results pop up. Now, this is including PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, and God help me, I don't understand how PlayStation 4 can be on there yet. But if you start whittling them down to just the PlayStation 1 stuff, I am really winded. That's not a good sign. If you whittle down the PlayStation 1 stuff, I watched about 20 different hidden gem videos. And what I saw made me so angry that I almost punched the screen. And in trying to discuss doing this video with Becky, I got so riled up in talking to her about this that she damn near just smacked me upside the head and was like, you need to calm down, because I'm getting myself more white. So what is my beef with hidden gem videos? Now, I would really like to do a hidden gem video, because when you've got 1,200 plus games, there are going to be some true, does anyone really know about this? So when I was watching the other hidden gem videos, it's clear that maybe I have a biased view because I'm surrounded by it 24/7, but let's just go right to the faults, okay? Number one of the first videos I watched listed Bushido Blade 1 and 2 as hidden gems. Here's my being angry for that. If you have a game that sells enough that it warrants a sequel, it's not a hidden gem. That means a lot of freaking people bought it, and the company said, hey, you know what, we sold a lot of money, or we made a lot of money, let's make a new game. 2, one of the videos listed a game as a hidden gem, and that game has been released on the PlayStation, the N64, the Dreamcast, had its own demo disc, and was featured on multiple demo discs at the time. The whole point of a hidden gem is that it's hidden on that system. If it was a massive wide release, it's not a hidden gem. Another vlogger, YouTuber, whatever you want to call him, listed a game, and this is where I almost kind of punched my monitor a little bit, listed a game as a hidden gem that has been re-released as a greatest hit. If you sell so many copies of a game and you get to be re-released with a little moniker that says, hey, I sold a ton of copies, you're not a hidden gem. One of the other problems, and it's going to sound weird unless you were doing what I was doing in one session, after about the 10th YouTuber, about half of them had the same 2 or 3 games in their top 5 list. If you have a game that everyone's talking about, it's not hidden. Now, I don't know if, one YouTuber just stole another YouTuber's lists, or was like, you know what, we'll just talk about stuff that other people are talking about. I can understand from that angle. But none of these are hidden gems. And I do want to give a shout out to the one YouTuber, and I accidentally forgot his name, so I apologize, but he was actually on par. and his was focused on strictly racing games. And the 5 choices he had, I actually agreed with almost all of them. Not because they were true buried hidden gems, but because none of them matched the previous criteria I've just talked about, except for 2, and that was because they were in other people's videos. But for how well he had done his choices, I can forgive him for that. So, as what you know, like, as I'm doing these top 5 lists, if you're really looking for a hidden gems article, I'm not going to do one until I can actually find games that are truly hidden and not talked about and not greatest hits and not games that got sequels. The one guy's list, 3 of the 5 games he listed are available on the PlayStation Store for the PlayStation 3 and PSP. I don't understand. I really don't. To make matters worse, and I only bring this up just for the comedic effect of seeing me angry, a friend online said I should not watch a certain person's Hidden Gems videos. And one of them was on my original beloved system, the TurboGrafx. I've mentioned it once or twice in older videos, but before I was the PlayStation guy, I was on the verge of having a complete NES library, and I still do and have a complete TurboGrafx Turbo Duo American library. The Turbo Duo's complete set was my first complete set ever, and I love that fucking system. I love almost... even though there's only 150 games, the amount of truly, like, I would never play this, I can count on one hand. Like, it's like the Double Dungeons and a couple other stupid sports games, but there were so many great one-off games on that system. Now, the reason I say that is because when I watched this YouTuber's Hidden Gems video for the TurboGrafx, the first game he mentioned was like one of the game's top 10 games of all time. Like, I don't want to say the name because I don't want to give away the YouTuber, but it would have been like saying Madden 25 is a hidden gem on the PlayStation 3 and 4. He might as well have just said Keith Courage, the Packin' game, was a hidden gem. And what made it worse was this video had like 5 or 6 games to it. He then did a second video of more hidden gems, except it had like 7 or 8 more games. So literally 10% of the library are hidden gems. No, that's not how this works. So yeah, so long story short, not only was this a great subject matter, but it is a subject matter that I am going to absolutely just hardcore dig through, because A, I don't want to be like everyone else on YouTube. B, I don't know if it was just for hit counts or like they chose specific games because they were popular as far as like, hey, let's talk about a game and so forth. Like, one of the hidden gems was Suikoden. It had a sequel. Like, oh man. Like, oh god. Oh man. This is why I love doing Game Rant. This is why I love doing this, is because I want to be the one unique voice on the web. Even if it's, graying. So yeah, that's my rant. That's my I need to get that off my chest type thing. So maybe present tense will become a sort of cathartic confessional, if you will, besides talking about modern day games. But to keep it on modern day games, Wednesday is Far Harbor for Fallout 4. I cannot wait playing on not survival difficulty. Alright guys, that's all for I have right now. There may not be a pause mode this week just because of all the crazy things going on top of the job interview and so forth. So hopefully if we don't have a pause video, I'll probably do one next week or we'll jump back to Game Rave TV. Alright guys, I will see you next week. Have a great one. Take care.